Hey, Draymond, Phil Barber, Press Democrat. When you guys were down 3-1, can you reflect on some of the conversations either on the flight back or the next day that went on internally?
After the game, we just said, hey, this team has done a lot of stuff that no one's ever seen, and people have seen teams down 3-1 before, but they ain't seen many, and they've definitely never seen a 73-win team down 3-1, so let's continue to do the things that they haven't seen and that they'll never give us a chance to do. And, the flight back was all us talking, me, Clay, Bogut, and Steph. We sit at this front table, and we just kept talking about what we need to do and what we're going to do, and then all of a sudden we start talking about what we're going to do in Game 6 when we get back to OKC, and Clay like, man, I don't want to look at that. I just want to take care of Game 5 first, so that was just kind of all the conversations that we had, and no one ever had any doubt that we could get this done.
Michelle Steele, ESPN. This is for either of you guys. It seemed like in the third quarter you guys really found a rhythm offensively. How important was it to hear from Coach Kerr at the half that, the second half was about ball movement, making intelligent decisions, and not winning this game by force?
That was very important, because, the thing that Coach Kerr says, hey, force doesn't beat these guys. Obviously he said you're doing everything you need to do in the Game 7. You're stepping up to the challenge. You're competing, but almost overly competing, because we're all trying to do it ourselves. We all want to get it done. And the thing that he said that beats these guys is ball movement, execution. And once we start doing that, all of a sudden, these guys knocking down all the threes, and, we went on our run.
Steve Bitker, KCBS, in the back. Can you guys talk about the run that you went on, 12-0, late third? Sean started that with 5 straight, including that breakaway slam. You got baskets from Barbosa, Varejao. Can you talk about the significance of that and who contributed to it?
Clay can speak on that. I was nowhere to be found.
Just give our guys coming off the bench huge credit. We got really true pros on this team they're always ready. Look at a guy like Andy tonight. His number was called. Aggressiveness, his charge he took, and same with Sean and Barbosa. I go down the list of guys who made plays and little things that really don't get noticed out there by the casual fan. But I'm just proud of everyone on this team that stays ready, and when the number gets called, they're ready to go out there and perform, and that's what won us the title last year. And we plan to do the same thing.
Antonio Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Clay, you missed after a 41-point performance in Game 6. You missed your first 7 shots. Second quarter, you got it going. I think you knocked down 4 threes. What was going through your mind when you couldn't get those knock those basketballs down?
The first one went in and out. A couple were bad shots, and I just said, just be patient. It's going to come, even when you're 0 for 7. It's the playoffs. It can be ugly. It's not easy to come across, good looks all the time. So you got to, just continue to move without the ball. Trusting your teammates that they're going to get you open. And for me, it's just about. I just like to think it's a matter of time when I knock a few in, and when that happens, my confidence is back. And tonight in Game 7, there's no time to be down on yourself. You missed your first 7, like you said. It's gut check time. You just got to play the next play, and at the end of the night, it doesn't matter what the shooting numbers are as long as you get that win.
Draymond, Al Sarasovic, San Francisco Chronicle. Down 3-1, come back and take the series. Was this the biggest adversity this team has faced, and what did you learn from overcoming that and that you can take into the finals now?
I think you always, everybody look at 73 wins and say, wow, this team never hit no adversity, but there's adversity in every season. It all comes in different forms. But when you're talking down 3-1 and everything's on the line, that makes it 10 times worse. So it's definitely the biggest thing that this team has had to overcome, and it took a great, tremendous effort, and fight, to overcome it. But like I said after Game 4, if I think anybody can do it, it's this group. Because once we figure something out, we can get it rolling. And I think although we lost Game 4 and we got punished, I think we figured it out. And it wasn't easy. That's a great team we just beat. And we had to continue to fight, but I knew that if we continued to fight, which I had no doubt in my mind that we would, that we can do it. So it's by far, the biggest thing is just everything that went into it, from the great season we had to the hopes of repeating, and that all being on the line. And every single game for the last 3 games we had to win. That's for sure the biggest, largest amount of adversity that we had to overcome.
Scott Howard Cooper from NBA.com for Clay and for Draymond. You guys have 7-game series, pretty quick turnaround. Now you go against what should be a very tough team that's been having a lot of rest. Where are you guys physically, and what kind of challenge is it for you now to go from a 7-game series right into the finals?
I mean, I feel great. Can't speak for everybody, obviously, but I think guys, no matter what they're going through, we got too many competitors on this team to let that, hold them back. Guys been playing hurt all year, and we got, like I said before, way too many competitive guys who love to compete, and they're not going to miss a chance to compete in the NBA Finals. So everyone will suck it up and just go out there and, like I said before, they'll give it their all. I mean, I got trust in everybody on this team. Come ready to play.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously at this time of year, regardless of how much rest they've had, everybody got some nicks and knacks. That's just, what comes with the NBA season. We may have a few more than them being, the road that we've had to take throughout this playoffs, but it happens. It's the NBA Finals. You find a new win for that. You find that you just dig deep, and it may not feel good, but you got all summer to get back from that. This is what you play for, to reach every single year. You don't come in saying, "Oh, they didn't have more rest than us. We're doomed." No, we'll be just fine. Fight through it.
Jay Donda, ESPN. Clay, Draymond just alluded to it. I'm wondering, did you feel the weight of everything that you had done this season, and was there something additional on the line besides just trying to come back in this series, trying to keep this season alive as you played these last 3 games?
Believe it or not, I really didn't think about, our accomplishments. I just thought about when we went down 3-1 just to go back home and protect Oracle. And once we do that, all we got to do is win 2 games. And we've been on the road. We're the best road team all year. And you just think back to what makes you so great. And you watch some clips of yourself having success against this team. That helps a lot. But I never try to look into the past and think, oh, if we blow this, what a historical collapse. Yeah, there's no need for that. You just got to go out there, and if you play focused and you play your hardest, that's all you can ask for yourself. And when we all 15 of us do that, I feel really great, and that's what we did these last 3 games, I think.
Last question. Draymond Chet from the World Journal. Your shot was not very in Game 3 and Game 4, but tonight you scored 11 points and 9 rebounds. Do you think the real Draymond is coming back?
I've just said no matter what, that I'm going to go out here and just battle. If shots fall, which they didn't early, and I was able to knock a big one down, it don't matter. But long as I bring that heart, that dog to my team, rebound and defend, everything else, we got a bunch of guys who can score the basketball. So if I'm not, if I can't get it going on the offensive end, then so be it, but we got guys that can do that. And I just got to bring that effort, that dog to this team. And so that was my focus, these last 3 games, is just to do that. Focus on that. Everything else will fall in line. I know how much work I put in. And, hey, everybody, you hit slumps at certain parts of some time in the season. My struggles came at a bad time, but it happens, and it's something that you really can't control. But what I can control is my effort on the floor. And so that's what I wanted to make sure I brought to the table for this team and, try to help us make the comeback in this series.
Great. Thanks, Jeff.